Hello, so thought I'd make a video. In fact, this may be the first of a fair few videos, if I'm being honest, because this might be quite a time-consuming product. Hopefully not. But anyway, so this is my flight case, my existing flight case. So built this myself. I used, and my cat's decided to sit on it. So I used 9mm ply all round, which I spray painted black, except for the bottom underneath here, which I used, I can't remember if it was a 12 or a 15mm panel to give it a little bit more of a sturdy base. Now, what I've done to secure the lid here to the base, and just while I'm on it, this stand here, it's not part of the case. It's literally just the keyboard stand that I'm currently resting this case on, so it's the right height for me at the moment. So this case, I use these little catches here, which you just pop that out. That releases from the little catch there. That's one. Same this end, and that's that side, and then this side's the same deal. However, when I've got the little claspy bits here, I've pulled out, the rivets have come out, and therefore there is nothing holding this case together. So at the moment, I cannot use the handle on this case because it's not staying together. Could put a ratchet strap or something around it, but don't really want to do that. On top of that, so that's my first issue. On top of that, this panel here, I've got an RCA in, which runs into the back of my mixer, just in case I need to plug a phone or a tablet or anything like that into my mixer as an emergency. Then I've got that option there. I can't say I've ever used it. I do randomly test it to make sure the connection's all good, which it is, but I've never really used it actually, you know, in a live environment. And then this here is my mic input, standard XLR input, which also the other end of that cable goes into my mixer. Outputs here, so XLR and XLR for my two main speakers, which again run into the main input on my mixer. RCA, which also runs into the main input of my mixer. I just use these for home use. I can just plug an RCA cable into my little home stereo system, just if I want to have a quick mix indoors. And then USB power, can just plug my phone or tablet or anything in there if I need to give it a quick charge. DMX out, so I've got my DMX go installed in the case. So this is the other end of that, so I can just, rather than fumbling about inside the case, that's all wired in, so I can just plug a cable straight into my light, or even better, I can just plug my Shobe wireless DMX antenna into that, straight to my lights. And then finally, we've got a standard IEC power in, which powers the whole case. Just an IEC cable plugged into that, and then I've got power inside the case. Right, I'm just going to put you down for 2 seconds while I take the lid off this case and show you the insides. And we're back again. Just had to move the cat off as well. Right, okay, just going to take that pan out. So here we have a American Audio twin mic receiver, just here. Above that, we've got the Pioneer ddj800. Love this, does everything I need it to do. It is only 2-channel, but that's all I need for mobile DJ use. These platters, they show all the real-time information that I need. Does everything I need it to do. I run it with Virtual DJ. So on the back of this, I've got my ADJ, my DMX Go. As I say, it's all wired in already to that port that I showed you earlier. I've got a IEC power brick, so I've got 4, with 1 in and 4 out. So that's the power in from the power in I showed you earlier. And I've got 4 out. I think 1 is my laptop charger. 1 is a USB powered hub, which powers the little jack I showed you earlier on the side of the case. 1 is for the wireless mic system, and 1 is for the the actual Pioneer ddj800. So yeah, that's all 4 being used. got these mic antennas. I don't know if you can see them there. There we go. So basically, I've just used the little ears, the rack mount ears that came with my mic receiver, repurposed them so I can put them here. They wouldn't have really worked at the front. They'd have been in my way, and they wouldn't have worked at the back because the receiver actually ends up about here. So the ears would be underneath this. They wouldn't be able to, you know, lift up basically. So I've put them here. They're out the way. They fold in nicely. Now, the next thing I've got is this arm. This is a arm I got off Amazon, and I'm not a fan of these sliding laptop shelves. For one thing, this I use a combi booth, and this would not fit on that combi booth with a sliding shelf. I'd have to bring my my case forward, overhanging the front of the shelf, and I'd worry that it would just tip off with the slightest bit of movement. So instead, I have an arm. It folds up nicely into the case. It's all in one, so there's no hardware or anything I've got to sort of, you know, put together when I get to a gig. I literally just unfold it from its case, and it's ready to go. You've got your arms here. They hold the laptop side to side so it don't move that way and that way. Your little feet here, rubber feet to stop it sliding forward. Little rubber pads here, and there's a nice grill for your airflow. So your laptop sits on here. You've got a little kind of a screw here that you can tighten or loosen, or as it may be, to kind of adjust the tension on this. The idea is you put your laptop on there, adjust the tension till your laptop, you know, when you push down, it will stay wherever you put it. So if you put it there, it will stay there without bouncing up as it is doing. It's bouncing up at the moment because the laptop's not on there, but ordinarily, wherever I put this, it will stay in its place. Now, good thing is, with it being on an arm, you can have it in front of you like that. You just swing it round, but I like to have it off to the side like that, so it's not in front of me. So I'm literally looking at my decks. The only time I'm looking at the laptop, which is just a glance to the laptop, is when I'm using the scroll to kind of scroll up and down my track listings in the software. But other than that, everything is done on here. Track load buttons here. So the only time I'm really touching, in fact, I'm not touching my laptop at all, other than if somebody requests a song and I have to kind of search for it. If it's not in one of my sort of straight away libraries, I need to type in, you know, artist or track or whatever. Then I'll need to use a laptop. But that's pretty much the case as it stands. As I say, ideally, I need to move this to here. But the problem I've got, there's no room here. The clasps have gone to lock it. So I think it's time for a new idea. So I've just realized, so I tend to rub it on a bit. So we're already at sort of the 8-minute mark at this stage. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap this video up here. But I am definitely going to be doing at least, well, I say one more, probably a few more videos showing you my plans, my next steps of what I'm going to do with regards to a case. But as I say, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to wrap this up here. And if you've got any interest, you know, if this was of an interest to you, if you've got maybe a combi booth and you want to see how this fits into a case, or any other information, or see what I'm going to do next, then please do look out for my next video. I'll try and get that uploaded as quickly as I can. Okay, hope you enjoyed. Have a good day, whatever you're doing. Thank you very much.